Welcome, Wapham crew, new listeners, friends, fiends, family, phantoms, ghosts, and goblins. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high. Get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Sunday, October 30th. Monday, October 31st, for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Halloween to you. Welcome to We Are Paradox Late Night in the Rockies. I hope you guys have had an awesome weekend so far. And thank you so much once again for joining us on one of our many outlets. If you're listening to us live right now, you may be listening to us on KPNL Radio, which you can find on KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. You may also find us on eTalk Radio, which you can find on etalk.tv/radio, as well as Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media. If you want to check us out on your free time, whether you're working it, or working out, please head on over once again under We Are Paradox Media to Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Tumblr, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podcast Chaser, and Podvine. Still working on the Amazon thing. I don't know why there's so much confusion there, but we just can't seem to get that together. But our YouTube channel is back in line, so our shows... Oh my gosh, there's a spider crawling up my screen right now. Holy shnikes. Okay. I usually catch and release, but when you're in my space, you got to go. Yeah, sorry, dude. Sorry, guys. But go over to our Facebook. Please subscribe, follow us, make sure you like any video that you've listened to, leave us a comment, what we could do better, guests you'd like us to have on, and make sure you ring that little bell because that way, next time we have a show come out, it'll give you a notification and it'll let you know, hey, there's a new show on board. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out here. Tonight I'm super excited. We have Bill Hauser back on the show, and he's here with his ghost box, and we're going to be doing questions live. So Bill Hauser, if you don't know who Can Do he is, he's an independent paranormal researcher and investigator. He was born in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and lives in the West Coast, particularly in the city of Surrey, BC. A well-rounded investigator and researcher using different types of equipment on paranormal investigations in different locations. Paranormal activities are things that he is so passionate to do, and he has dedicated and committed himself to ghost hunting for over 20 years now. Yes, he has his own personal paranormal experiences, but fearfulness didn't stop him, yet it was key to widening his horizons, to discover new things, quest to find real answers, and to help others deal with their paranormal concerns. So some of the equipment that he may use is digital, night vision, and full spectrum video cameras. Those are products of modern technology that makes paranormal investigation and research easier for him. At present, he is focusing on his research of paranormal phenomenon, asking questions to spirits using the following devices. EVPs, which are known as electronic voice phenomena, with digital recorder and special featured programs. Spirit box, ghost box, and another box known as Frank box are samples of controversial electronic equipment. This electronic device called ITC, which is the instrumental transcommunication, is a device that uses or has the use for two-way real-time spirit communications, which gives great results upon asking questions. For the record, all of his YouTube videos that he has found and posted are filmed in RAW with no alterations. He did networking with other paranormal organizations on current paranormal issues, and has been invited to numerous radio programs to share information about different techniques on how you should do proper ethics of research in this type of field. And Bill sent me this updated bio because it's got several links to like his YouTube and other pages, For some apparent reason, Facebook is not cooperating. They're saying, oh, due to spamming and these different things, we can't do anything with URLs or different links. So that to me is ridiculous. So I apologize, you guys, that in that description, those links were not there. But feel free to reach out to me on weareparadoxmedia@gmail.com and I can send you those links. And then we have our spiritual backup dude. We got Psychic Chris Garcia. He's going to be here to help us cut through all the radio static and see what sort of messages he gets. And Chris Garcia is a psychic medium empath, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, who also has the ability to see auras and has experience with remote viewing. He has had these God given gifts since the young age of 5. Chris loves helping people and sensitive children with their gifts as well. He is a tarot card reader and a ghost hunting and paranormal enthusiast. He also has a shaman healer background and he is very into his native heritage. Welcome, guys, and thanks for coming and hanging out this spooky Halloween weekend.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, thank you, Tessa, for having me on this wonderful night. Yeah, it's a little wet here. We're dealing with rainstorms, but besides that, everything's great. Had a great day at a psychic fair and got to see some old faces and some new. So I was really happy there. It was a really wonderful day.
Awesome. So did you have any sort of crazy paranormal experiences today at the fair or anything really pop out to you?
Well, I had a room to myself basically off from there, but they didn't really want me using the ghost box too much, but I did use it a little. I kind of broke the rules, but anyway, I had a little group in there and I was talking about the ghost box, so I thought I will turn it on. And all of a sudden, this one lady said, "Oh, everything, the energy around." She was really sensitive. She said it really changed all of a sudden after you started asking questions on the ghost box. So I thought that was really interesting, that observation from her. So she definitely could feel the energy shift.
I'm just wondering, why did they not want you to use the ghost box? Like, you're invited there, they
Well, they
know
got
what you do.
readers. Well, but they have readers in the other area, and those walls aren't soundproof by any means. So yeah, it would disturb the other readers for, like, the psychic mediums doing their card readings and other types of sessions, because those are paying customers to those mediums there.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So I mean, it's understandable. I mean,
Yeah,
I've been there before, and so I kind of know this, the drill, shall we say.
for sure. But she got a lot of good messages for the one that you did get to do.
Yeah, for the short while, yeah, we got some interesting messages and stuff, and some names come through and stuff like that. And I asked about spirits, how many were there, and they said there was about 8. So, yeah, I mean, they were responsive to my asking the questions to replying, so that was good.
For sure. Anything else paranormal wise? Because I've heard from several different people, and this has been going on for well over a year, an upsweep in the paranormal, but it seems like it's getting even more intense, including like very vivid dreams and such. Have you had anything like that going on as well?
Personally, myself,
Mm-hmm.
I've had a few very interesting dreams lately. It's hard to explain what they were because I don't really remember them per se. I just know little bits here and there, but yeah, it's vivid dreams, if you want to call them that, I guess. Yeah, I've heard similar stories from other people too. They've had some what they call interesting dreams.
Yeah, it's like and very vivid to the point it seems like real everyday life, basically.
Yeah, and seeing people from the past and stuff like that, that's happened as well with me.
Yeah, I've had a lot of deceased people in my dreams too recently, which generally that only
Yeah, same
happens when
here.
somebody passes away, but there's a lot. There's a lot of people in the same dream and I'm like, "Holy shnikes, what is happening? Did I die? Like, what's going on here?" but it's always been really nice, like,
Yeah.
not really scary or anything. It's just so awesome to see them.
No, no, I wouldn't say these dreams I had were scary by any means. They were more, how do you call, it would make you think for sure. That's the only thing I can describe.
Yeah. How about you, Chris?
I've had strange visions, but it has to do with my personal life. But I'm not going to say what it did. But oh my God, Tess, the dreams to me are not even dreams anymore. They are like I'm there and I'm seeing them. Like I'm actually seeing predicting future events that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very happy with. But I've had where I've witnessed some things that I'm like, holy crap, like, and I'm like, and it's gotten like to where I've gotten warnings of, of stuff like that. But it's been kind of interesting. Every year gets better and better. But this year just seems like so weird. So many problems coming up. So much negative energy in the air.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much hate in the air as well.
I
But
hate that.
I keep myself, yes, and I keep myself busy and I'm happy now, but I'm not going to tell you about that, why I'm happy, but we'll talk about that later. But
Yay! I'm so happy you're happy. That's good. But yeah, it's
you
been
probably already
like you
know why.
said, it's so real. Like you can't even call it a
But
dream. They're more like visions, right? I don't
yes,
know. It
it's
just feels
like
like
I'm
you're there.
having, it's weird, like I'm there, and I've seen events, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is with the dreaming? What is it with the perception that I'm seeing? It's like it's different now to like 5 years ago. It's just so weird. The frequency is different. Um, I've done my own spirit box sessions, and even just that, it's the frequency in there. It's tremendously intense. You get like with Bill, you just get real good stuff. And I mean, I got to stay away from it because I've seen things happen after I've done that. But other than that, it's been very interesting. And we're not even toward the end of the year, so it's been kind of a rocky road, just put it that way.
We're in the final quarter of the year. So, not too long before the new
Oh,
year starts, and who knows what the hell 2023 is going to bring. I'm very weird about odd numbers. So, I don't
yes.
know. I'm feeling kind of leery.
About what? About next year?
Yeah, 2023. Like I said, I'm very leery about odd numbers. And, maybe that's just one of my OCDs or something, but I don't know. Odd numbers, I don't prefer. I prefer even numbers. And I just feel like, I don't know. I've had hope in the past. Everything goes totally wackadood in so many different ways. And I don't know if you guys have noticed,
Yeah.
like a lot of really good people have passed within this last year.
yes.
And it makes me feel like
Yeah.
God is building up his army. Because why else would these really good people be taken so early? Like something's about to
Yeah.
happen, is what I feel.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of change. There's just so much change. It's unexplainable. You cannot even begin to explain. So,
So, me and Bill had a pre-show sort of phone call. I believe it was yesterday. Could have been the day before, because all the days kind of run together anymore. Um, but we had a little kind of plan of action. What are we going to talk about? And so I'm talking about a really big change. And Putin, I don't know if he's always been crazy, but this guy's lost his ever-loving mind. And it kind of reminds me
mm,
of the vision that, oh my gosh, what is his name? Had about World War III. The eagle, the dragon, and what is it? A badger? No, the bear or the badger? I think it's the badger.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And that would be World War III. Like that's where it's at right now. We got America, Russia, and China.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's so funny.
I don't
Yeah,
miss
I believe
Tron. I
that's
just
the
miss the way he
bear.
said China. It is the bear, huh? I thought the bear, but when I
Yeah,
see
the
a bear, I
Russian.
think
Yeah,
California,
yeah,
but the bear is Russia, right?
yeah, the Russian bear, as they refer it to. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about China what they refer China, the panda bear. Maybe who knows?
Was it Pleiades or who? Socrates. So Socrates is the one that called that out. The eagle, the bear, and the dragon. And that's World
Yeah,
War
the dragon
Three.
would be more appropriate for China. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
So what do you
crazy.
guys think on that? Do you think there's anything to back it up? Like we've been worried about it for a long time, and then Putin's talking about nuclear weapons. America did it, so I have every right to do it. And then he, every time he does some sort of strike against Ukraine or whatever, he comes out with this, oh, well, Ukraine said they're planning on doing this, and then he does it. It's like he's preemptively putting out his plans to everybody, putting it on Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be like a tug of war almost in some regards. Like, I mean, it is a proxy war, no matter how you look at it. The amount of armaments coming in from NATO and so on to the Ukraine, and then at the same time, Putin using what do you call them, mercenaries and private armies and other nations to fight as well on top of his guys. So yeah, it's and some of them are doing his dirty work too, for that matter.
Yeah, he has this, he's got his armies and stuff, but he's got this extra special little army, and he pays these guys differently. He actually takes care of these guys. The general army isn't really taken care of. And they're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, they're really pissed off. They don't have the clothes, they don't have the food, they don't have the water. They're not taken care of, but he's got this special little group that does the extra dirty deeds. And I don't know.
Wow.
It
Yeah,
kind of reminds
yeah,
me of a
yeah.
mafia sort of thing.
Well, Russia's always had a history of using second party, mercenaries, let's just say, in their armaments and manpower when they had gone to war. So it's nothing really new. It's just, the same thing is being repeated again now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he just thinks, he's way smarter than everybody else. And I think there's a sort of notoriety on pride going on here as far as like he can't back down from what he's already started or else he's not a man. Like I don't know what his whole thought process is, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. And
Well, I'm
so
sure,
he's
yeah, he could easily be taken out by the higher powers within his own government. So,
well, that's what I'm saying. Where's the
yeah,
double
I
O
mean,
seven?
yeah, yeah, that's for sure. And yeah, I mean, look what I got back in this January 10th. There, I got on my ghost box, one of my ghost boxes, when I was just doing a session in the afternoon, and it said World War III, a female voice. So. I mean, that was a very important day. That was the day when the NATO broke off. Well, basically Russia broke off and stormed out and from the meetings in Switzerland. So you got to factor in the hour differences too, about 8 hours to where I am approximately. So, but anyway, the tone had been set. So World War III was definitely being uh, conveyed over my ghost box. So that was very interesting. But at the same time, I didn't know exactly. So when I watched the news, then I started to realize what was happening.
Yeah, and it's funny
Yep.
because you said you just recently got that, and I remember in one of our very last shows that we did together, we actually got something about World War III in there because
Yeah,
we already had these questions
yeah,
because there was some crazy stuff going on. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know we had questions, and it did come out, and
yeah.
it repeatedly
Well, that would have
seems to be coming out.
been in 2021 because that was last time I did the show was I believe in July.
Yeah, I think I saw something in August, but yeah, it was like right there around that time.
Yeah, around that time period. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I get that on my own and the thing is, I'm not even asking about any war or anything, and all of a sudden I get a female voice saying World War III, and it was very, I mean, it stood out very clearly. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty
someone
scary
did tell me
times.
that someone else got the same message, but they haven't, gone on radio shows or anything like I have. So, yeah, it's interesting that someone else would get similar results. So
Right. Would this particular person be interested in coming on the show and sharing that with people, or?
I don't even know who that person is because it was
Oh,
through someone else that told me that. So I don't know
okay.
who they are, but to be honest with you, they haven't gone on any radio show like I have. So obviously they choose not to. So
Yeah, it's pretty scary. And I'm hoping he doesn't do it. I'm hoping he's just, talking smack and not going to follow through with it. But at this point, I would not be surprised at anything he does.
Yeah.
yeah, then you hear talk of dirty bombs and all these other things going on. So, the thing is also they could have it doesn't matter which side it really is, but a mishap or whatever, or the wrong decision making, and next missiles are launched, and it's a full scale war after that.
Yep. And North
And believe me,
Korea,
that's happened in the past as well. I mean, that's nothing new with mistakes being made.
yeah, North Korea has been, repeatedly doing tests for nuclear weapons. China has been sending missiles over Taiwan, which they're trying to re-encumber Taiwan. And Taiwan's like, honey boo boo, I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now. But they're like, nope, you have to come back into this sect. But they're sending missiles over them as well. And I don't know, there's a lot of really, you want to talk about spooky for Halloween. Like, this is some really spooky stuff happening in the world. It's very
Well,
disconcerting.
basically, it's the Cold War acting all over again in a whole different way, but much still the same thing when it comes down to it. I mean, I remember a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of the Cold War, and so yeah, around my area, we used to have air raid sirens in all the different neighborhoods, and you don't see those anymore now. But I mean, yeah, it was part of the landscape, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, they were used for emergency purposes, as the authorities would let us know.
yep. Yep. And since I'm Tessa's assistant,
Yes, he's our
when we
spiritual
are
consultant this evening. And my lovely assistant.
so this evening, when you're ready to do the Spirit Box sessions, you can call Tessa at 970-335-96.
9596. That's
How,
nine
Tess?
seven zero 335 9596. That's 970-335-9596.
You sound like you sound like Dracula.
Yeah, I read
You sound like
Dracula for
Dracula.
quite some time, so I think I got the punctuation down. Now I'm reading Frankenstein or Frankenstein. I'm not sure how you prefer to pronounce it, but I
Yeah.
actually enjoy
So
it a
when you
bit more than Dracula because it's got that sort of, even though he's like part human and part monster, he's got that human endeavor to just be wanted and needed and trusted, and
yeah,
everybody's afraid of him because the way he looks. And it just breaks my
yeah,
heart. And he's so intelligent, like just by the way he speaks in the book and such. I'm pulling for him
yeah,
hardcore.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, Tess, I was gonna say, can you send me the link to? Oh, never
Oh
mind.
yes.
I think what Sandra already did it. Okay, thank you, Sandra.
Thank you,
She already sent
Sandra.
ahead of you. She's ahead of the game.
Yep. So the other things,
She's
I
ahead.
have a whole list of things here. Okay. Okay, so you were talking about the January audio, and we talked about that. Ukraine and Russia. Okay, so Russia started this whole war, and Russia has continued to do a lot of dirty things. Like, I'm surprised NATO and everybody else is allowing him to get away with this. Not only is he bombing, places where civilians or citizens are, okay, civilians are the ones that aren't military, citizens are military. So, civilian complexes, and not only that, but like maternal wards and places where babies are born, like nurseries and such. Like, this is dirtier than dirty. There's no compassion.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, well,
Oh, it's
we've taken
genocide.
over. Yeah, we've taken over these
Call
areas.
it what it
And
is. That's it's genocide. I mean,
it is.
Russia, they need to declare war on what they call Ukraine. It's a military operation. If you ever noticed in the news, they call it a military operation, and that's important to know because he never declared full out war, declaration of war, other words, on Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous
Yeah,
to me
definitely.
because what he's doing is war. He's killed so many people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then these different areas that he's taken over, he's like, oh, well, they voted to be a part of Russia. No, they didn't. You had them at gunpoint, and you're like, hey, how about you go vote? How are they going to vote? If you
Wow.
check no on I want to be a part of Russia, you're going to get your head blown off? What exactly happens there? And they've already tortured
Wow.
and
Well, like
killed
I
so
said
many
before,
people
this
and
is a very
families.
dirty proxy war. And so,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
NATO's doing, sending all those high-end armament, shall we say, to precision type of weaponry to take out Russian strongholds and their tanks and so on. To be honest with you, I mean, it's the armament companies that are benefiting from this, really, the military-industrial complex. So, I mean, I see it as more like almost kind of like what they called the Vietnam War in a sense. It was basically big armament companies making a lot of profit.
Yep. And then they're pissed off that we're helping like billions and billions and billions of dollars we've sent over there. It's
Well,
like,
yeah, think of all that money if it was to be spent in more useful ways for people like in NATO countries for healthcare and education of all kinds and trades and so on. I mean, this is the thing, right? I mean, it's just blowing money out in a very nasty way.
it is. It's like we could be there right now, side by side with them, but instead we're giving them billions of dollars that we don't have, and now we're printing monopoly money. Hey, everybody, you want your badge full of monopoly money? This is gonna be fun. Hey,
Well, fiat
do,
currency, basically. So look
yeah,
at the
do not.
inflation rate. It's gone out of the roof. I mean, we're paying more for groceries and gasoline and, all that kind of stuff. The cost of living has gone skyrocket up.
Yeah.
And then I
And
saw
you
this
know what?
So,
article. Oh, go ahead, Chris. You first.
Go ahead, Tess. Go ahead, Tess. You first.
Oh, I was just gonna.
Mm.
Oh, well, thank you, my lovely assistant. Um, I was just gonna say that I saw an article recently. Inflation ain't bad. I'm like, who said that, honey boo boo? But yeah, they're saying inflation isn't bad. It actually helps the economy. How? How does it actually help? Like, everybody is pawning everything, losing everything just to live this life today. How is inflation a good thing? But I guess it's good for
No.
the monetary environment, I guess. And
Yeah.
we're going to get rid of the middle class. We're just going to have really poor ass people and really rich ass people. Oh, I guess that's a
Yeah.
good
well, we'll end up
thing.
like China on a so-called
China.
system. I mean, that's kind of where I think things are going down with digital currency and all that kind of thing. Collapse the economies and so on. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it sort of looks that way. But I mean, it's just that kind of situation, probably.
Yep. Yep. Wow. You know what I was gonna say? Now I hear that noise. Is that rain?
Yeah, that's rain
Um,
where I am.
yeah, I do
I can
finally
hear
hear
it.
it. Yeah, I didn't hear it before,
I
but now I
Yeah,
can.
do. It's very
yeah.
relaxing.
I
Don't
think it's
worry.
Yeah, it's actually coming down a little more heavier now. So since I've been here, so
Well, but you know what? I was gonna ask you, Bill, is it thundering over there or is it just raining?
it's just raining, Chris.
Oh my
Basically,
God.
it's what do you call atmospheric rivers or whatever they're calling it. What's been brought in by the jet stream. In other words, like we used to
Okay.
call it Pineapple Express. So it's actually not that cold out per se, but it's just very wet
You
and
know what? Yeah, that's funny that you said that because yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, it was raining, and I think the yesterday or the day before, I was in like really depressed state of mind, and my aunt
Oh,
was
you've been
here, right?
scaring me, brother.
And I'm listening to this. When I was depressed that same day, it rained. It was raining, and I thought
It's
that's bad making it
cleansing.
rain, but I don't. Yeah, it was cleansing, and I thought, I wonder if because I mean this is something that we can talk about because I've been able to do this for a very long time. For everyone that knows me, without Bill, I tend a tendency to manipulate electronics. Okay, we all know that.
God, tell me about
Anytime
it.
that every time we do that shit, we always have technical auto issues. Now, outside of that, now think about this, and it just popped in my head for some reason. Is it possible that psychics that are so in tune that sometimes the emotions can affect the weather?
oh
Oh,
yeah,
That's a good question.
yep, I strongly believe in
Can
that. We can
I mean
affect
it
the
depends
weather
if
in
you're
one way or
emotional.
the
If
other.
you're yeah, because if you're emotional and then all
Well,
of a sudden
I think
it starts raining.
it's more intent. Well, for me, I do cloud busting. So Tessa, I've talked to her about that a little bit. Yeah, it's just focusing your energy and your mind to do cloud busting. So
Wow. So
what
but
it
you're
is
saying,
is
Chris. Okay, finish your thing, Bill, and then I'll say.
well, it's basically, like on a nice day and you got those cumulus clouds, as they call them, the cotton
Mm-hmm.
batting ones, and then trying to break them apart. That's kind of what I'm doing. So,
Wow.
wow. So that's interesting that we're talking about the
yeah.
subject because
And I've actually taken
I
pictures of it, and you can see some weird
wow.
things starting to take place. Sometimes you see UFOs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they like to
God.
hide
Oh my
around the
God.
clouds. I've got evidence of that in
Yeah,
So
but the clouds
pictures.
are gone by the time I'm doing it, and all of a sudden you see a
You're like,
distortion in the pictures. So you've
you
seen that, Tessa, with some of the pictures I've sent. So
yeah, you're like,
yeah,
where are you
it
gonna
it,
hide
it
now?
happens.
Yeah.
so I'm gonna ask you, Tess,
Yeah.
what you were gonna say, and I wanted you to think about this, Tess, on the
Okay, so
question
what you
about
were
our
saying
emotion.
about the emotions and the weather and everything like that. Remember the Men in Black? I think it was the second one, where it was his daughter. Maybe it was the first one. I think it was the second one, where when she felt sad, it rained. It
Oh
totally
my
reminds me
God.
of that.
Oh my God. I am creeping. Okay, just what you just said. I'm not joking. I got chills all over me right now because that same day I heard like thunder and I thought, it's starting to rain. But then there's this goddess that I don't say the goddess name, but this goddess has, she's like three in three, okay? She's a tendency that whenever uh, she works with rain and she works with thunder. So even though I haven't really connected to her that very well, uh, I'm kind of like drawn to her. I get that pull.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that when I get that pull from her, it starts to thunder. So think about this. I'm sad
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about her, and then it starts to rain and thunder. What are the odds of the same time when I was depressed, it rained?
And
I
it's
don't know.
crazy too that you say that because I've been going through a pit of depression, and we talked about this on our show too. Like we're all going through some sort of something like this. And it was
Yeah.
the sunniest day ever. And me and my kids just looked at each other because we're hearing thunder. And we're like, okay, it's really sunny
What?
outside. Did you just hear
Are
that?
you?
Yeah, I heard that. We heard thunder after thunder after thunder, and we're like, what the hell is going on? Maybe it was like an approaching storm or something, but it was totally bright and sunshiny outside, and we're like, where the hell is this sound coming from? And then all of a sudden it just started to pour.
Wow. but I'm gonna ask you, when it started to pour, how was your state of mind at that time? Were y'all like depressed, lonely?
I was,
Like
yes, for
how?
sure. I have been.
For how long?
Let me count the days. No, it's been a while. And like I said, like I've been fighting it with different things, like be silly, go outside yourself, like instead of just staying home and in my bed, which I've done
Oh,
for the last couple weeks. I'll get up,
oh
I'll
my God.
shower, finally, it's about damn time. Then I'll put on my skeleton costume or whatever, put on my makeup, go out. I was doing the flyer thing for the contest I was doing. I also had a banner that was talking about free full moon ghost hunts. And
Wow.
so we have that coming
I'm
up on the
blown
8th.
away.
But yeah, I've
Damn.
just been so sad. I've been fighting it, but it's really hard. Like once it's there, it's there. Like have a new roommate and
Yes,
its
I
name is
know.
depression.
Yes,
And things are
I
going really
know.
good except for I lost my brother-in-law and my husband's really sad, and it's like I know how to deal with it, but he doesn't. Like I've dealt with death basically since I was 5. You know, I've been dealing with death my whole freaking life. I've been there for so many people's deaths. I think I used to think I was
Wow.
cursed and like an angel of death, but I don't think that's it. I think I'm here for people when they are moving to the other side. Like I'm here as a light to
Damn.
help and guide them. But yeah, for a while I thought I was cursed and like people around me die, but now I realize that it's not that, it's that I need to give them positive energy and words. And one of the last people, he was telling me, my brother in
God.
law, he's like, my feet have been swelling and all this other shit. I have all this stuff going on with me, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking about taking my leg. If they take my leg, I don't want to live. And I'm like, Dave, like, people have lived their lives with less than
Oh,
that. Like, losing your leg is not a big thing. Like, you can persevere, you can continue. Like, you're a guitar player. Perhaps if you said, if I lost my hand, I don't want to live anymore because then you can't play guitar anymore. But your fucking leg, dude, just put on a little prosthetic. You'll be okay. But yeah, he was just like,
yeah.
I don't want to live like that. And guess what? 3 days fucking later, he
Mm.
fell down at the
That.
market, busted his head, his heart stopped. They did chest compressions, but they don't do mouth to mouth
Wow.
anymore due to COVID and other shit going around. So he was without oxygen too long. He was able
Mm.
to, when taken out of his medically
Wow.
induced coma, look at us. He'd look at all of us short people and then he'd be looking up at Nova. But he couldn't say anything. He couldn't move his arms. He couldn't move his legs, but he could move his eyes. So he was there in a sense.
Wow.
And then he got to the point where he wasn't there anymore because once a massive amount of brain cells die and they're not able to regenerate, the rest of the brain continues to die. And that's what happened to Dave.
Wow.
And it was super sad. But he was at peace
Wow.
with
I'm
it.
sorry.
So, like, I was like, I want to cry. I want to be sad about this. But Dave told me he's at
Mm-hmm.
peace with this. And I know he was. So, I don't know. It kind of made me feel guilty because I did crack up a couple times and shed a tear or two, but otherwise, I was at peace because I knew Dave was at peace. He was ready. I don't know. I don't know how to
Wow.
explain it without sounding like a selfish bitch, but that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and it's crazy, because now when I'm thinking about, with all this stuff going on, um, it's really making me think. And knowing that Bill is out, out there doing the show and it's raining, to me that's very significant for me
Mm-hmm.
because I think with the rain, it's almost like it's cleansing the earth because there's a lot of dirt,
Oh,
negative dirt,
yes.
and it's cleansing everything, and it's
Well,
cleansing
Chris,
us.
you know what?
What, sir?
We need to build an ark, just like
That's
I know,
right.
right?
Noah did. My car should have platoons on them then.
Pontoons. We
Yeah.
gotta put pontoons on the side of your car, Bill.
Yeah, yeah,
Bill,
yeah, and I'm
I
sure
know
this
whenever you
vehicle I
guys are,
need.
You know what? I really, really, I'm glad that you're back, and I'm glad that you invited me to be, as always, featured with you. But for some reason or another, I get this just little itch that I want to see what Spirit has to tell me because of all the shit that's been going on since May, I think, or since June. I'm not gonna say too much, but I want to see what Spirit's got to say to me. If there's anything that stands out, I'm done. If I hear certain phrases, I'm done. So whenever you're ready, I'll be your first guinea pig. Okay, I'll be your
Okay,
first
well,
guinea
yeah.
pig.
Well, it's very kind that, yeah. You know, the thing is, you talk about when you're sad and the weather and everything. I was thinking, what happened if you multiplied that by 2 or 3 million in your
Oh my
state
gosh.
with people feeling the same way, and you have a mass consciousness of sad and weather. You ever thought of that?
Yep.
I came to my mind while you were talking about it. So
You know what's crazy? Listen to this. Yesterday, I was like so mad. Okay, just let me tell you, I really didn't want to talk to a lot of people. I isolated myself, and then my
Yep.
friend told me that there was an event that happened in another country, and I thought,
Oh my
I'm here
God.
in the United States. I'm here in the United States, and let me tell you, Tess, it really made me think. And I thought, okay, this is God doing it, but it's Mother Nature. But what if I had a little impact on that? What happened? And guess what I heard? That there was a big eruption in Korea.
Dude,
There was something that
okay.
happened.
Yes, it was
Yes,
last
it was
night. It was
yesterday.
a
Yes,
Halloween carnival
yes,
and 150
yeah, I
people
heard
were
about that.
killed and 80 people were maimed basically, and they're still trying to get through it. But they're in the tiniest little freaking alley in fucking Korea, and then there's a stampede. Oh my
yeah, out of
goodness.
nowhere. Yeah, and it was funny because that day, which was yesterday, I had so much rage that I said, I need to release this. I need to release
Ooh.
this anger. And what if, I'm not saying I did it on purpose, because you know how like you release energy and you gotta give it to yours, right?
Well,
So
I don't think any of this was your fault. I think this was everybody over there has been locked out, locked down from COVID for so long. They're finally getting out. There's some Americans, mostly Koreans, and other people there celebrating. And then for some apparent
yeah,
reason, why was there a stampede? That's what I'm wondering. Like, did somebody
yes,
panic and all of a
exactly.
sudden everybody starts crushing each other? Or was there
Yeah,
gunshots? Or what the hell fucking happened in order for this stampede to happen? I'm not
You
sure.
yeah,
know,
and
Tessa,
Mm hmm.
what I feel about that is poor organization by the organizers of the event for what they did there. Apparently, it was some celebrity that was going to be in one of the bars nearby, and
Hmm.
everybody rushed towards that, and that's
What
where
was
you
it,
got the
David
wow,
Hasselhoff?
stampeding. Well,
But
it
no,
would have been
like
it
there
would have
was
been a
even
Korean celebrity, but
there
anyway, it
was
was that they think is what sparked the avalanche of people stampeding.
wow.
I was just grateful because there was people there that were there and they could feel
Awesome.
like the energy building, and they started texting their friends that
Yes,
were late and
yes,
on their way. They're like, "Don't come here. Don't come here. This is bad. Like something
yeah,
bad's about to
yeah,
happen." And so a lot of people
yeah,
that could have been there and died didn't. And I think there's a
yeah.
reason
I
for
know.
that. Oh my
Yeah,
God, my
I
hairs are
think.
raising right now. Like these people are meant to be
What
here for a reason. And they called or texted and
exactly?
said, "Don't come here. This is bad. Like something bad is about to happen." Now I'm going to have to
Oh
shave
my
again
God!
because all my hair is just
You know what?
raised.
You know what's crazy, Tess?
Yeah,
As you're talking about that, my head is pounding. It hurts.
Mm.
yeah.
It's almost like the best way to describe it is like there was a lot of violence that it almost seems like an earthquake combining together,
I think it
and
was
it's
like a
like underground
landslide.
is pushed. Yeah, like pushing it together, and I'm feeling like a pulsing feeling. And it's like, I've never felt this before, but the fact that we're talking about it, it has a lot of rotation in it. And I do feel that this violence, whatever caused it, for them being, like
I
you
think
said,
there was a
due to
landslide of
COVID.
bodies.
Yeah, yeah. And I think there's something that happened that caused all that because when this happened, somebody messaged me and said, Chris, do you know what happened in Korea? And I'm like, at that time, I was like, no, I don't know what's going on. I am not in the state of mind to focus on what you're wanting to know. And they're like, check it out. So they sent me the link, and I said, got to be fucking kidding me. Because like right when I looked at it, I said, this 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 is bad. Right when I saw the little article, I said, this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look into it because I was already in that state of mind to where I wasn't myself. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't like looking into things when I'm not myself. I just don't do that shit. I stay away from that because I already have enough problems to deal with. And then and then in fact, to feel with Mother Nature feeling what she feels, I'm like,
She's so
no, I'm not
pissed.
even gonna mess. She's very pissed. Let me tell
She's so
you.
pissed off right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
considering there just before that incident, there was an earthquake in California in the Bay
Mm-hmm.
Area of
Oh my
Frisco.
God.
Yeah, it was a
When was
5.1,
this?
right?
Yeah, enough to
What's that
feel
though?
it caused some damage, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Oh wow. Where was this at though?
There's been earthquakes
I was just
everywhere, and now there's a
yeah,
eruption happening in Hawaii too. All these things are connected.
Mm, wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hawaii, well, it's kind of like a big volcano there, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, Tessa. They're all connected in one way or the other. So
You know what I keep seeing in my mind as y'all are tapping, as I'm tapping into it? I see the water and I see it like doing a big wave, and it's like wave after wave, and it's all like the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean.
The
It's
fire
all like
ring, the ring of fire is
yeah.
activated, and it's been activated for
Yeah,
at least 2 years now, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And
yeah,
there's all these earthquakes, there's hurricanes, there's the earth is going to
yeah.
cleanse
I get.
itself of this parasite they call mankind. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't feel like we're all parasites, but I think the majority of us are. And we're getting a
Mm-hmm.
call. Chris, if you can call back here in a little while, after the music break, that'd be awesome because we're almost there. And Chris Garcia had a question first. So, Bill, did you want to do that ghost box for Chris Garcia real quick
You know
before
what?
we go to
Yeah,
music break?
sure.
I want to see what it
What would
says.
be the
Says this. Oh wait. Now the question I have would be in general, and then in my personal life, anything that stands out. You can ask however it comes out
okay?
because I don't know how to ask, so anything stands out.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
curious.
Uh,
Oh my god,
yep.
I'm freaking out.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
I have Chris Garcia here. He wants to know what's happening in his personal life, different things. Is there anything he should know that he's not aware of? Is there any reason why he's feeling so sad? Yes. What's that? Is it him the ability of affecting the weather?
I heard yes. Oh my god, did I just hear her say, "Man, really"?
We had
Do you
chime.
have a message for Chris? Who
Yeah,
there has a message for Chris?
it's hot.
City.
City.
Well,
Did it say
Who?
city?
Who?
what would you like to tell Chris Garcia?
If my grandma's there, can you please come through?
You have an important message? Activities?
In
Oh, okay.
activities.
Activities. Yeah.
In what way?
Yeah.
In what way?
Yeah. Anyways.
I thought I heard. I think I heard he knows.
What else would you like to tell Chris?
Heal. They said heal. I heard that.
Hello? Heal.
You okay?
Healed. Okay.
Josh. Tessa. What? So what? Me.
Do you have any suggestions for Chris Garcia, maybe, to help him?
I heard meditation.
We can't get.
Whatever. Get it.
We can't get whatever.
Yeah, we said let it go. I heard let it go.
Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, shit. Alright, shit.
I was like, I heard let it go. I heard healing, healed. And then they said he knows. And then I heard activities. And then I said, what kind of activities? And I couldn't make out the rest. But that's crazy. So, Tess, what did you get?
Yeah.
I got, hey, I am late, sure, 4x, so far as, gambler, yes, Heather, in the 9th, see, I know, time, yeah, it's hot, city, who, tell him that, inactivities, like inactivity, like things have been paused, so there's some inactivity, and then it said, yeah,
Okay.
and then I got, yeah, anyways, Chris, you're the man, bold, cry, Mandela, por favor, I don't know if it was about to say por favor, but I heard por favor.
Yeah, that's my,
like por
that would be my
favor.
grandma.
Yeah,
That's
and
my
then
grandma.
something,
That's my grandma.
hello, Josh, Tessa, so what, me, who of wonders will suffice, he's once, yeah, that one, we can't get whatever, and that's the price. That's the price, is the last thing I got.
Wow. I wonder what Sandra got.
She said she got you, so be it, night, don't know, it's hot, city, so that's the same as me, activities, I got inactivities, she got activities, yeah, BC, so what, he's free, whatever, that's nice.
He's free. Wow, he's free.
What'd you get, Bill?
Wow.
Much the same as what you guys got. The interesting thing is the inactivity part. I had to think about that sort of.
Yeah, right? Sandra
exactly.
got activity, I got inactivity, and you got inactivity too?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're talking about inactivity, what would that perceive, Bill? Would that be like activity in the paranormal field or
For
activity
me,
within myself?
I think it's with you.
Well, I mean, it's pertaining to you, Chris.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it
you
might
put up
be
a wall.
something in your life at the moment that you're kind of putting off on hold or something, and you're focusing on other things.
God.
You did, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know,
Okay,
but
that's what I got
can
too.
only, I could guess. So.
I'm done. I know what that means. I know what it means.
Me too. I still love you, brother. It's all good. No, but yeah, that's what I got was not activity, but inactivity. And I think it's like once you felt your heart was broken or whatever is going on, you already had a fucking wall, but now that wall is even higher. And it's just like, you're just sitting there, kind of like I have been the last couple weeks. I just want to be in bed. I don't want to do shit, but I still take out the trash. I'm throwing away, the mice and the mouse traps. I'm resetting the mouse traps. I'm doing all the shit I need to do. But for the most
Wow.
part, I'm staying in bed, away from people, in my own little cubby, because I don't want to offend anybody. I need to stay to myself. I need to be in my cocoon and heal. I don't know how else to
Well, you need your
describe it.
space.
Yeah, in my
Basically.
safe place.
I can
Yeah,
see that.
and I think it's funny that Tessa feels the same way as me, but I know she's probably going through her stuff, but for me to be going through that, it's weird because I know what they're talking about. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I already know what it is. So
yeah, but it sort of
that,
it hits a personal note with you too, doesn't it, Chris?
yes, it does,
Mm-hmm.
and it hits home to it hits home to the extreme to where I thought about it for a second, and I said inactivity, and I said, okay, what are you saying with that? So I thought, is it what I think it is? And then when
Yeah.
y'all both said it, I was like, you're saying that I'm putting something on hold. So when you
You're
said
putting the
that,
wall
I
up,
said,
and you're just like, putting that little, it's called the fetus thing, like where you're just kind of curled up in your bed and you're in that little fetus
Cocooning, as we refer
cocooning,
to.
basically.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you,
You're just
Bill.
sort of
Thank you.
wrapped up and
Thank you,
an
because that
old.
validates everything
Yeah.
right now, sir. And I thank you, because that really
Well,
hit
that's good.
me.
Yeah.
That is very validating. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
You
I
need to
just want to
come out.
mention the type of ghost box I'm using right now is the Direct Link built by Jay Prather of IDC. That's the name of his company. And this is one of the original Direct Links there, because he built the more advanced ones after that. One of them was used on Ghost Adventures. So
Nice.
his radio.
How do you spell Bill's last name? Bill Prather? Is it Prather?
Yeah, Prather.
Okay.
Jay Prather. Yeah.
All right.
And he's been around a while, and I mean, he does really good work. I mean, he really knows his stuff. So, yeah. And it's nice that I have one of his original ghost boxes, like in that models of the, Direct Link. The interesting thing about this type of radio is there's no antenna except a little plate on the side, and when I touch it, that's when the reception takes place. So I have a very strong connection to the radio.
Well, on that note, you guys, we do have to go to our first music break. So on this break, we have Miss Michaelan Hay from Ontario, Canada, with Close, Collapse, Nothing But Blood, and Devil You Know. And then we have Mr. Fred Johnson III from Canyon County, California, with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break. So this break is a little over
Saw you for the first time in a while. You seemed so surprised. I worked out a smile. 'Cause I've grown and I've changed. Yeah, we went separate ways. How come we're both back here? 'Cause you pushed me away, had my life rearranged, but still we're both back here. Close to me, I want you close to me. I can see that you wanted me. Follow me, baby, just follow me. There's too much sky, too blue, too white. The birds on the wire are singing, but I don't know why. Why aren't the roses hanging their heads? They're standing straight up, blooming instead. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Why does that guy have a smile on his face? Why is the sun even shining today? Why are the headlines talking about love? Don't they all know what happened to us? Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. Now that we're apart, there's nothing. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Better the devil, you know. 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 Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. The tension's overbearing. Wondering, are you coming back home again? To inspire fondness with love. Where did our love go wrong? My sugar. Why did I make you cry? Whispers flow through my mind when I think about you. That warm feeling in me. My heart sings a sad song and just melts away. Please look into my eyes, my sugar. There's life in out there. Until the sun doesn't shine anymore, I'll be there. When time is a memory, I'll know this love. You will always be the one, my sugar. The feeling is so strong. Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. Where did our love go wrong, my sugar?
Welcome. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening we have Mr. Bill Hauser and his ghost box, as well as our spiritual guidance counselor, Mr. Chris Garcia. You guys, welcome back, and thanks so much for joining me tonight.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Ooh, very spooky.
How do you do it? That's at the Dracula.
Oh yeah. I'm actually trying to put on my vampire teeth right now, and it fell off right into the trash. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Thanks. Spirit of Halloween. But we have Miss Courtney on the line.
So-
Courtney, did you have a question for the ghost box?
Like, I'm gonna stay quiet now.
Okay, be quiet.
What kind of question?
anything for the other side, or maybe any question you might have?
Does my mother want to tell me anything?
Okay. We'll turn the ghost box on. I have Courtney here. She would like to hear from her mother a message. Courtney's mom, do you have a message for her, your daughter? She can hear you. What would you like to tell her? You must have something of importance to tell her.
That's special?
What would you like to tell Courtney there? Courtney's mom, do you have something of importance to tell your daughter? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay, Courtney, I don't know if you've heard your mom in there or not, but we're definitely getting some replies.
All I heard was special. I don't know if y'all heard anything.
I got a lot.
I heard
Did you? Yeah. Yeah.
You know me.
Obviously, yeah.
So I
Obviously, you know
got,
what your mom's voice sounds like, Courtney. So, did you hear her voice by any chance?
I thought I did for 1 or 2 moments.
Okay, well, that's good.
oh shit. Do you remember? I'm sorry. Do you remember the way her voice sounded like back when you were a kid? Because that's what I was picking up was like an older version of her voice. I don't know if you picked that up too, but I was totally hearing that.
She kind of always sounded the same.
Yeah. Well, she sounded young to me. But what I got was, hi, it's real that it's putty, real, a Wiccan eclectic, see, we got raw special trip. Yeah, that's not really, need to go back, yeah, we slept decent. For you, English, I died. I'm grieved, and you know, babe, it's not bad, but it offers people significance.
Well, when she had her stroke, she was the last person I spoke to after she had her stroke before she died 3 years later. And she said half of a sentence in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't finish it. And I've since consulted Patty Negri after the fact, and she told me what she was trying to say. But I was the last person she talked to.
Well, this is what I heard. I heard I'm here. You're special. I'm near you. You know, I'm like I heard all that. And then on the medium part, oh, not the spirit box, but I heard in my head that she's around you, Courtney. You're not alone. If the spirit box didn't say it,
Mm-hmm.
but my medium part did. So I'm being told that if you feel like if you're alone, you're not alone. She's there
Uh-uh.
with you. You just got. I just feel that you have to really, really kind of like stay quiet and listen. And I feel that either you're gonna hear her voice, or you might even smell some perfume in the air. So keep in mind that you might smell something, or you might
Well,
hear her
it's
voice. So
funny you
just
say
keep an
that
eye.
because earlier I wasn't smelling perfume earlier, but I was smelling toothpaste, and I don't know why I would smell toothpaste, but
What was that?
I don't know.
That she
I said I
smelled
was smelling
toothpaste.
something earlier, and it wasn't perfume, but I was smelling toothpaste.
Okay. That's interesting.
There goes the medium part. There you go. I told you what to look out for. There's a sign right there. And the spirit box did not tell you that. I'm telling you that. The medium part is telling you that. So, like I said, keep an eye on smells. And if you really, really kind of just step outside, block everything out,
Well,
and you might just hear a whisper from her. But
So,
just try to be
go ahead.
attention.
yesterday I smelled coffee.
Oh, yeah. I smell coffee too. I just
know.
thought that was me wanting coffee. So I just thought that was me. But Sandra got Buddy. Wow, especially leading Lisa. No, decent for you. Hi, guys. Frenzy, whistle, and sausage.
Did you say Kinsey?
Huh? Frenzy.
What was that third to the last word?
Yeah, it was
Frenzy. I
Frenzy.
thought you said Kinsey.
Oh, no, that's my daughter's name.
Yeah, that's my niece's name, the one that came and got me.
Oh, wow.
That's why I asked
So,
if you said Kinsey, but you said Frenzy.
yeah. It could have been Kinsey, I guess.
Yeah,
Makes sense now that you say that.
it is a frenzy, but
Wow, that's creepy. That is creepy. Wow. I said pay attention.
Are you eating Doritos or some shit?
No, I wish I did because I'm eating those scoops, the one that you scoop, like if you want to put salsa on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm eating just plain. I'm eating those plain chips without any flavor, but I'm adding something to it to taste good.
So did you get anything out of that? Or,
well, I mean, I heard that's the only thing I heard was special. I didn't hear her voice. I mean, all the other stuff I don't know if I necessarily heard that. I thought I heard Babe.
uh-huh.
But yeah, that's only the second time I've had the chance to communicate with her like that. Thank you. When I finally got rid of the box that held her ashes, I took her out to a special place and put some roses on it. And I turned on my spirit box that I had at the time, and I tried to get some responses, but I didn't get any.
Well, sister, we do have another caller that just called in on the line, so I don't know what
Okay,
to do.
thank you.
No worries. I'm
Yeah,
so glad
very
that you
nice
called
to meet you,
in.
Courtney.
All right. Appreciate
Good
it.
night, Courtney.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night. Who do we have on the line?
Christopher, you finally let me get through.
Finally. What are you up to, brother?
Yeah, I tried going in for Skype. It says call rejected.
Hmm. So what's going on? Did you have a question?
It's been weird lately. These past couple weeks when I dream, I now can continue to dream as I wake up, which is very freaky.
Okay, so the dream continues?
Yep, it continued for like a few minutes after I woke up. I kept almost like a vision of, like the other night, I dreamed of I could not go to the hospital because I was in isolation
Mm-hmm.
because it got bad again, all the diseases going around.
Right?
And I had a broken arm, and the doctor was trying to fix my arm, had a really bad bleed, and I stopped it. And it was weird. I was explaining what the doctor was doing to the people sitting around me, and I saw no blood on the floor, which is very weird.
That kind of reminds me of old asylums. Bill, are you picking up on anything? Hey, Chris, can you turn down your speaker volume or whatever's going on?
Yeah, getting an echo effect.
Yeah.
What? I was on mute, so that's not me. I was on
No.
mute.
It's me and Bill, but yeah, I think it's on Chris's end. Not Chris
Yeah, it was
Garcia, but
echoing on my
Christopher.
last call also for a minute.
That's not me because it was on mute. So
Yeah,
maybe
I said
Christopher's
it's not
me.
you. Yeah, Christopher. Hopefully he's getting it worked out at this moment. Fucking A. Mr. Fisher, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. And you know what the other strange thing that happened? I was at my program and I came home, and Alexa was playing the radio station where my brother was at. One of the local stations where he was at.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have them on my playlist. The stations over there.
Well, that's crazy.
Yes. It's been really crazy.
So did you have
How are you doing, Christopher?
Go ahead.
I have a question for Bill. It seems I've been woken up in a big way. I wonder if my guide, and you know who she is, has been trying to communicate with me.
Okay, do you want me to try to get a hold of your guide through the ghost box?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll turn it on.
Morning.
I got Christopher Fisher here. He wants to get a hold of his guide. Does the guide have a message for him? Christopher's guide, do you have a message for Christopher? Something of importance?
Because they're all.
What would you like to tell Christopher?
The last. There it is. Rest up.
What else would you like to tell Christopher? Is he on the right path in life? What else would you like to tell Christopher?
Right.
Hello. You have something you'd like to tell? No. Why? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay. Got a lot of stuff coming through there, Christopher.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty wild. It was like just I continued where I left off from the last chat.
Yeah, it's just I mean, there's so many voices. It was like a shower of voices.
Mm-hmm.
Like in more than one language.
Yeah, we probably picked up on some French, most likely.
Yeah. And she said hi, I recognized the voice too.
And who would that be?
Gracie.
Oh yes, I remember Garcia. Yes.
They had a lot to say.
Yeah, like I say, it was a lot of voices coming through.
So what'd you get, Chris?
She's been.
I'm sorry, I was putting on mute. I said I actually heard no. They were telling them a whole bunch of stuff. Just like random things. To connect, and then he's astral projecting. He's connecting to all different frequencies. So I kind of feel that with the messages that were coming through were more of you're wanting to know. The messages that I heard, that I did hear like different ones, but there were some of them that they were talking French. I couldn't make out some other languages, but I couldn't make out, so I couldn't tell you what I heard. But I just heard no. Then I heard a name. He knows. I heard he knows. You're all right. We're with you. But everything else, I couldn't make out because they were talking a whole different language. So I couldn't really make out a lot of stuff, but they were talking different language, and I thought, okay, that's out of my comfort zone because I don't know that language. But I want to say that, Christopher, do they have people in your family that speak Portuguese?
Yeah, on my dad's side.
And there you go. I wouldn't understand it.
Andrade.
Okay, all right. So
That's
then
the
that
surname.
okay, then that just validates that I can't pronounce the word that I heard. So I don't know what text I heard, but there was a lot of responses.
Yeah, I got morning. Christopher Wayne Fisher, can you turn down your speaker? Or mute yourself for a minute? Okay, I don't hear myself anymore, so that's good. Okay, so it says, morning, it's okay, no injury only because you're inoculate. It's in order. Breakfast. Breakfast for boogers. Hi, July. Job, Rick and Morty. Swim. The last princess. Yeah. That is coordinate. Oh, yeah. If not before, it's only that, yeah, I talk. They might grow up and burn. Your music. Fucked up. He can't. Loristat. It's bad. It's why. I don't know, but why the booger? He's running up. He's fortunate. Oh, why the title, brother? I don't know why. Is it the hospital? Yeah, I will intersect. So, I don't know. It kind of sounds like somebody's watching over you and wanting to intervene on some stuff that's going on, but I'm not sure because I don't know about your situation.
I definitely get that because about a couple weeks ago, somebody approached me and told me that Gracie is going to be intervening a lot more and you'll be basically coming home. Wow, that does fit.
Yeah, and Sandra was saying there's an echo, but yeah, we've been picking that up too, so hopefully we have it fixed.
I could because I can't.
Yeah, it's way better now. Oh, now it's back.
Yeah, I turned it down as low as I could because but I can still hear.
That's weird. That's weird.
Wow, this means and they officially welcomed me into the fold.
That is weird how the echoing is happening. And it could be just the frequency of the spirit box.
Yeah, I think it's Chris's speaker system. Christopher, not Chris.
I have nothing else on. Just my phone.
Are you wearing headphones, Christopher?
No, not at all.
You should be wearing headphones with your headset there because that helps to reduce all that background noise.
Yeah, and for anybody else
Skype won't let me call in.
Planning to call in, make sure you use your headphones. But yeah, if you go down to your little speaker thing at the bottom right-hand corner, it will show speakers, headphones, whatever else, and that'll allow you to go to your headphone system. But yeah, it can be pretty confusing.
Yeah, it won't let me do it. I tried calling in from my computer like I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
And it says call rejected.
I don't know.
Is it because I'm using an insider version of Skype, which is newer than what the public has?
Yeah, because you're like a little guinea pig for that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
That's a possibility.
But you only had one caller, didn't you, tonight?
Yeah, we had Courtney on, and we had you, and somebody else tried to call, but I was just like, hey, we're on music break, so not the time to call, but yeah, we've had callers.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me call. I'm going to try again on the next break to, connect on my Skype.
Yeah, well, we got
So
y'all good
Skype
so
Um,
far, so.
has
this
been
is
very
so
weird.
wild. It's like they finally welcomed me on the other side, my family, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I have her full attention now. About time, right?
Yep. I think they're,
Yeah,
they've
that's
probably
right,
been
Chris.
there
You've
for
been working on it for a long time.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
been years. What?
I feel like you had their attention before, not just now.
It's just finally one-on-one. I've been working a long time with this.
Yeah, when they come through, they come through. A lot of to me, as being the co-host of Tessa or her assistant, I can say that, but Spirit Box, I can say that Spirit Box are as accurate as you're going to get. So it's kind of like takes that little mediumship of the psychic out, you know, but it's like a reading, but just through the box, and, they come through, and I've seen experiences with others, and it's very it's very effective, and it's amazing how accurate they come out. So, as me being a person that does not use too much scientific stuff, I can say that Spirit Box is one of the top of the things in the paranormal field. So, I just want to say thank you all for doing what you do and helping people in that way.
This was really great.
Well, that's good, Bill, that you help people in that way. Are you there? I don't know if you can hear us.
You talking about me, Chris?
Yes, sir. I'm glad that you do what you do.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Well, having you here too is a good compliment to the Ghost Box and so on. So, yeah, if the Ghost Box can't get through with messages, you can pick up on your psychic impressions.
Yep, it's a hand in hand situation. You can't go wrong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
You know what's been really strange? All I have to do is think about something and it happens now.
Right?
yeah, because you manifest that out into the universe, and that helps a
Well,
lot.
that's the power of intention there,
Mm-hmm.
Christopher. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about that earlier. So, yeah, it's a very powerful tool if you can do that. So, and direct it in a very positive way.
Yeah, we did that when we were talking about the rain too. Me and Tess are they're
We're like
make
Milli
it rain, right,
Vanilli.
Tess?
Yeah.
Make it rain.
Gonna make it rain
But
because we're sad with our little tear balls.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, but this is very interesting when you connect. And with Christopher, I don't know why, but I keep seeing a castle when I tap into you. I keep seeing a castle. I don't know what the castle has anything to do with, but I see a castle.
And it mentioned I had title too.
Okay. Well,
and one of them was debating with the other about it. It was crazy, this session.
Mm-hmm. I think all the sessions that we've had, they get crazier as the year goes by. The sessions that we've had with Bill, they increase, and I think the activity has increased because the veil is so thin that spirits are going to come out faster. So this is the time of the year where they just come through.
The veil is thinnest.
Yep. Exactly.
I had a coincidental instant at the beginning of this star month. The same star month as Gracie's birthday. Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
at the onset of the Scorpio season, I heard the song Suleiman was on our Halloween playlist. That was that program. It was never ever played, that song. It's a song by Neil Diamond. If you listen to the lyrics, talks about the universe, and God is the God of the day, and He's the Lord of the night, and He's there when you get what you need, and He's the Lord of what you want.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
So it's been really crazy since the beginning of the Scorpio season.
So you say Scorpio season, so it's the season of hunting scorpions? No, I'm just kidding.
It's a water sign, Scorpio.
Yeah, my daughter is a Scorpio, and my dad was too. He was my best friend, but yeah, we had a very passionate sort of relationship as far as feelers and such. We had a lot of good fights, and it wasn't like violent, but really good discussions, you know?
Scorpio is my Jupiter sign. One of the most predominant planets in someone's chart.
Yes.
And Earth and the Sun and Venus were in Scorpio this month, a couple of days. So it was like, it was very trippy, the experience.
Indeed. So was there anything else that we needed to cover?
No, I'm going to try to call you back on break using Skype so I can use my headset. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you get that worked out. No worries, Chris. It was awesome to have you.
Nice to see you, all three of you again. It really helped me what I heard tonight.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Christopher. It's nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, me too. I missed you all.
Missed you too, mighty man.
Yeah, I'll call you back in a few minutes.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye.
Bye. So yeah, I didn't hear a lot of French. I actually took like 2 or 3 years of French. But I bet it was there. Yeah, I bet it was there. I just was picking up more on the English than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of voices coming through, and to me it almost felt like a shower of voices.
Yeah,
right.
There's so many of them because I mean they come through and man, they want to say something. It's really amazing because of the things that you get. So.
Yeah, and this type of radio too, I tend to have a really strong connection to, like I say, with the little plate on the side, and then when I touch it, that's when the reception takes place. But it's also my energy that is being picked up as well with it. So yeah, it sort of just all harmonizes.
Mm-hmm. Because you just never know what might come through. You're surprised with with whatever. A lot of things come through. And a lot of the stuff that I've known you, it's always been accurate with the spirit box. That's why I say, like, if Tessa got a reading or I got a reading, it's really kind of really valid because a lot of the stuff makes sense. So it comes in handy. It comes in handy. The only thing is that the only thing that I wonder is that whenever you do a spirit box in a most very haunted location and say like it's evil, would you recommend using a spirit box in an evil solid or would you just rather prefer using a psychic on the premises, on the solid or anything like that? Do you have any recommendations for people that if they want to go to like a haunted prison or anything, is it safe to use a spirit box there, or is it better to
Well,
just
I mean, yeah, it comes down to, like I've said before, I mean, if you're going out to even if it's just an event at a haunted location, yeah, you need to ground yourself. And yeah, that's important. Yeah, ground yourself and, whatever means possible. For me, it's, encompassing God's white light upon my whole body, that's the most important. And I actually recommend it even if you're listening to this show tonight for just the listeners. I mean, they could obviously, and it's happened before, they can pick up on the energy. So,
Yeah, and that's so true. And that's one thing I didn't cover this time that generally when I have you on the show, I do is even though we're on radio right now, spirits can actually take advantage of those energies and travel to certain locations. And like you said, Sandra, she's had experience with that in the past where after one of these ghost boxes, she was actually attacked. So it's pretty intriguing how
yeah,
that works.
yeah,
So
yeah,
just like with any investigation or anything else paranormally that you do, you need to ground and protect in some sort of way. This is no joke. This is real.
yeah,
yes,
exactly.
definitely. Yeah,
And that's why I brought it up too, because I think some people think that a spirit box is, that it's good for, tools. But as being an intuitive person, if you don't know what you're doing, my personal opinion to that is if you don't know what you're doing with the spirit box, don't use it.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else. A Ouija board, if you don't know what you're doing and you know how to bind it or you don't know how to close it, don't touch it because you can get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like I always say at the end, bye, nice chatting. And, I leave it as a friendly type thing as me at my end.
Yeah. But some people think, oh, if he can do it, then I can do it too. But you just got to be very careful because it can be dangerous.
Yes. Yeah, I've actually had some people say that.
Thanks.
I like your teeth, Tess. You want some blood?
I'm gonna suck your blood. Yeah, I need to see a vampire dentist. No, but it's serious. You guys seriously have to protect yourselves.
And that's what
Oh, yeah. I mean, it may look easy when I'm doing it, but I'll tell you what, I mean, I had to learn the hard way, and that's protecting yourself. So that's, I always like to say that is it's a very must. It's before you even pick up a ghost box or Ouija board or whatever means of divination that you're using. Yeah, you need to ground yourself. That's the most important.
Yeah, and then also too, I can add that dowsing rods are very good to locate water source. But
and spirits too.
But that's spirits too. So if you're not careful, since it's what you call steel, they can come towards you because that's a magnetic pull. So more likely, if you don't know how to close the door with dowsing rods, that's like a magnetic pull because it's magnetic.
Yeah, they're generally made of copper, and that's very conductive metal.
Exactly, and that's why the spirits will come to you and they will follow you. So if you're out in a public area or cemetery, I would not recommend that. That can be very, very dangerous. I've had experiences with myself, with my spirit box, and I've had. I want to say I'm not for sure like 100%, but I say that some of the activity that I've had is due to that spirit box. That's why I kind of step back from it because I know how dangerous it can be. I know what I'm doing, but even though the most experts can still get hurt, I don't give a crap. You can be 30 years experience, 40 years experience, you still can get hurt. So if you do not know what you're doing, don't fuck with it. Bottom line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
I mean, it's not I tell younger kids too, it's not a toy. And so when you order one off of line from some ghost hunting outfit company, like I say, you got to protect yourself and treat it as a very, it's like a gun, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the gun's not going to do nothing until you pick it up and start shooting it, and it's how you use it, right? And
Yeah.
so, I mean, the same even with a hammer, how you use it. You can make something really nice and hammer away and that, or you could crush someone's skull. So, I mean, it's.
I know, and I'm
is
surprised
all
you
of
brought that
everything.
up. Because, like, one of the last Ghost Adventures, which I really don't like, Dildo Baggins, but I love Aaron and I love the other guys of the group. But they were in this place, and this is like their second, maybe perhaps third investigation that they've done at this place. And it was a doctor that killed his wife with a hammer, and then and then he tried to kill his kids, and then he killed himself. One of the kids got away, the other kid lived, but yeah, he tried to kill all them folks. It wasn't even cool. And it was supposedly a demon who portrays itself as like a leopard being. And yeah, it can partake of you. It can take you over for at least an hour's amount of time, and it makes you do things, and then you come back and you don't remember any of it. And all of a sudden your wife is dead and your kids are injured, and what the hell just happened? But it was not Dante's Inferno, Dante's some sort of play. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of
That
it.
is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
That is creepy.
It's very creepy. It's like, why? Why does this stuff happen? But yeah, the house is still not built, and it happened quite a while ago. And they went in there, and the crazy thing was, like, they were using this different technology that uses lasers to grid the whole area. And they picked up on a ghost chair, of all things. Like, you would think a ghost or something like that, but it was like a ghost chair. So that was intriguing. But yeah, it was
Wow.
pretty crazy. And they
Yeah.
went through there like 3 or 4 times, and they only picked up on the ghost chair one time. And I'm wondering, is that where he was sitting and reading Dante's play or whatnot? I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Because, they're a perfectly happy family. They're building a new home, all this other stuff, and all of a sudden he gets possessed and kills his wife. This does not compute, does not make sense. There's no reason for this, no financial difficulties, nothing like that. He just, like, all of a sudden lost his shit for an hour, killed his wife, and tried to kill his kids. Luckily, he didn't succeed with the
Wow.
kids, but yeah, it's pretty insane the different things that do happen.
Wow. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it with something else too. Is that I don't know why I'm being told this, but since tomorrow's Halloween, people, be smart. If you're gonna go out ghost hunting, shield yourself, protect yourself. If you're gonna take dowsing rods, take 2 meters. I mean, you name it. I don't care what it is, because tomorrow is gonna be the most intense night of all, and it's always a full moon, which is kind of awkward.
Yeah, the full moon is going to be on the 8th.
Keep yourself protected and grounded whenever if you decide to go ghost hunting. After you take the kids trick or treating, please be careful. Don't take this shit lightly. Please do not go to cemeteries. Make sure you have flashlights, and don't do anything stupid. That's all I gotta say.
Well, no, I do feel like.
Since we're talking about
Go ahead.
since we're talking about all these different things there, we should also talk about the use of quartz crystal, because I know some people they use that with whatever they want to make in ceremonies and stuff, and that's a good absorber of negative energy. And so you have to know how to clean that crystal properly, and so that's another factor. I've seen that quite a few times with people using crystal, and then everything just kind of goes sideways on them in their life, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
And just be very careful. And me, I don't even know if I'm going trick or treating, but since I'm real receptive to shit, I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Well, I'm super excited.
I'm mainly referring to quartz crystal, not the others as much. But yeah, I mean, any crystal really, as far as I'm concerned, should be cleaned, properly after using it in a metaphysical way, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen to that. I like your
Yeah.
shirt, Tess. I like your shirt, Tess. You're gonna make people scream.
I know, I'm trying to fix this one too. This one fell out as soon as I fixed this one. But no, I'm super excited about spending Halloween with the kids because at least the 2 or 3 years before this year, I've been doing the show on Halloween, so I've missed out. Last year Lily was sick and she stayed home with me, but this year I'm going trick or treating with my kids, and that's tomorrow night. So I'm super
What are you
stoked
gonna be
about
dressed?
that.
Awesome.
What are you gonna be dressed
Yeah,
up
that's great.
as? What are you gonna be
Well,
dressed
I've
up as?
been between a skeleton, a witch, and Jason Voorhees, and I just feel like I'm gonna be a witch this year because not only do I have the very warm dress with a hood, but I also have this very magnificent cape that I've never worn. So I think I'm going to adorn myself as such. And I got the earrings, I got everything except for the tights. I need to find some tights, but otherwise I'm set to go. I might not even need tights. I'll just wear some socks with my high water boots, basically.
What about you, Bill? Are you gonna do trick or treating?
Well, I had vivid memories of when I was a little kid trick or treating, and one was a witch at a house. She would put on like a little show with her husband and everything. It was reminded me of the Wizard of Oz, like the original Wizard of Oz. So it always sticks in the back of my mind sometimes. I was actually scared to go to her house when I was a little kid. She was good. I'll have to say now, I was looking at it when I'm an adult. She was good at her performance. So, but
Nice.
no, I don't. I'll go out tomorrow for a little while in the afternoon to the mall. But of course, trick or treating. No, I don't do that anymore. But yeah, but I enjoy the neighborhood with their fireworks and stuff. It's always nice. Sometimes I'll step out in the evening to see that. So.
You know what I would like to see is to see a bunch of people dance the Thriller the way he does that. You will put that. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That just to see them dance like that. That would be just. I would be like, oh my god, the energy.
Halloween! Oh, that candy hurt my teeth. Oh.
How do you do it, Tess? How do you do it? How do you do it?
Oh. Ow!
Did you hurt yourself, Tess?
Yeah.
You were like,
I was doing the moonwalk and I pulled the tendon, okay?
Can you do that?
Do we still have time before another break to do another Ghost Box session?
Well,
I'd like to do one for
we're actually ready for our next break. So, this break we have Michaelan Hay from Ontario, Canada, with Gravity and Pins and Needles, as well as Mirror. Then we have Prime Example with My Inspiration and Fred Johnson, The Thoid from Canyon County, California, with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Signs I leave behind for you to find. Talking on pins and needles, every word through a microscope. You keep stomping down on the ground while I've been stuck on this tightrope. I just wanna say what I wanna say without your sentence. I'm not willing to do the time when I'm innocent, and I'm innocent. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Walked on my share of thin ice with your blowtorch at my feet. You won't ever see me beg, so take this tongue off your leash. I'm gonna say what I wanna say, don't need permission. Interpret it how you want, it's my decision. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Dancing on shattered glass, kicking the pieces all around. My safety has been broken, this is now a hunting ground. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, up, up. Talking about, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, up, up. Talking about, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, up, up. Talking about, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, 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 up.
When you smile, I see the life in your eyes. I hear the rhythm of you, creating moments we chill to. Wrapped in the waves of emotion, it's apparent. We're making love to your mind. It's like the feel of your thighs on my back when I'm deep in consummation with you in the room. It's not the scent of your breath in my face when we touch and share the rhythm of a loving embrace. It's your smile that lets me know I'm on point, that I have rewritten the word in this joint, and it's you. Pretty brown eyes and confidence, you're my ministry, and girl, I'm feeling it. Come on, so smile for me and don't let my hand go, girl. I just want you to know when I'm sending my love to you in verse 2 with a kiss and a beat that you and I can step to. Come on, God created the heavens and the earth. What he saved is very best for the day of your birth. No longer is it just me, myself, and I, but since you have arrived, you're the apple of my eye, girl. Open your heart and let me come inside. All this love is forever for the ride. And when that DJ played our favorite song, we danced the night away. And till we're heading home where we're
I dove right in. Didn't bring a parachute. Fell right through. Hit the water hard. Moving too fast. Spiraling out of control.
did our love go wrong, my sugar?
Thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening we are joined by Mr. Bill Hauser and our spiritual advisor, Mr. Psychic Chris Garcia. Welcome back, fellers.
It's great to be back.
Woot woot. Yes, I have a little weird accent because I have my vampire things in, so. It's causing a bit of a conundrum.
The way you talk, Chris.
Well, can you see it? I'm like,
Yes, I
I
can
have a
see it.
list.
I can impersonate the guy who did that laugh on Thriller.
That is Mr. Vincent Price, if you didn't know any better.
Yep. That's who I was impersonating.
We should do a Thriller, but I don't know if you are allowed to put that Thriller song on your, as we're waiting for callers. You could put a little Halloween flavor into it.
We would totally get copyrighted, but we can make our own lyrics or, musical version.
I think we need some.
I have rockin' in the
Creepy
graveyard.
crawlers coming from your hood. Ghosts and ghouls in your neighborhood. How does it go?
How does it go? Dun, 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 dun.
I can totally hear
the
it.
moonwalk. Do the moonwalk.
But you're not supposed to. You're supposed to do the Thriller. You're supposed to do the zombie dance.
I think Bill would be doing it in where he's at, but we just can't see him.
Poor Bill, he's like, what the?
I know, what did I get myself into? These people
I've missed Bill. Super excited he's here.
I mean, it gives him a chance. I think with him not being on the air, I thought something was going on, but then I thought, you know what, he needs time to himself to regroup and have time for himself. Because some of us spiritual people, we put so much dedication that sometimes people think we don't need a break, but we take his break as long as we want. So
it's like, give me a break, man.
Yeah.
Christopher Wainfisher. Did you not get your earbuds fixed or what? Because I can still hear myself, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah, it won't work.
Well, then, I don't know. You might just have to go, because this whole echo thing is pretty disruptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed was doing that on a previous caller, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell is going on with the echoing. I think Spirit wants to talk through the echoes.
Yeah, I suspect it's a paranormal reason because it's done it to 2 other people.
So do you have headphones or earbuds?
Not that work with my phone. I can't use my computer at all on Skype.
Yeah, so what you have to do is go down to your little speaker thing down here in the right-hand corner and go to headphones instead of speaker because, holy shit, dude.
This is really weird.
That's a term for it. Ooh. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I think as long as we play at least less
How
than
do I
2 minutes
sound
of this
now?
song, you sound good, and I can't hear myself. Well, now I can again. Yep, you're still not jabbing.
Yeah, this is really weird because I turned it all the way down and I have multiplex off. I had to rootkit my phone to turn off multiplex.
Right. So what I'm going to try to do here really quick is play the song that Chris has requested, but I need to get past the whole screamy part, and then all of a sudden he's turning into a zombie. So maybe this is it. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. Where's my little bitty boomer? Bitty boomer. Yeah,
I don't want you to get in trouble, copyright.
well, I think as long as you play like less than 2 minutes of it, you're okay, but I'm not sure. Have you heard anything on copyrights as far as that goes?
Not that I'm aware of.
I heard that less than
I
2
think
minutes,
you can use
you're
it for
okay.
like 30 seconds for like you do for a phone.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, I found it. Come to find out, my pussy ate it. The cat ate the mouse, and here's the mouse. Okay, here we go.
Different. What are you talking about?
What is it? It's just the beat, but they don't talk. It's just the
I know.
beat. It's like towards the end, I think. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll put myself on mute and see if I can find.
Okay, I think I found it.
It's whole fun. You were scared, weren't you? I wasn't that scared. You were scared. Supposed to be midnight. Something people are looking on the door. Right, the sneakers that almost stopped you. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it.
Yeah.
You start to breathe.
So it's at the very end that Vincent Price comes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. That's what I'm talking about. I took it off.
Yeah, that's
No
the whole
words.
Dance Moves things, but Vincent Price comes in and it's like, that's like the best part of it.
Yeah, where he goes, oh, or some shit. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them, so maybe I can just go from this and be like, Vincent Price, Thriller. There we go.
Probably at the end.
Ooh, the Thriller Rap Live. Here we go, Vincent Price. He's a man, dude, and he passed away not too long ago, but that guy was my Thriller hero as far as horror movies and different old-time movies that he played in. I was pretty blown away by Mr. Vincent Price.
Friday the 13th. And full moon. To have you sitting here and not do your part on Thriller would be a sin, which you've never done on television. No, I know. All right.
Falls across. Midnight hour is close at hand.
Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Who's so for getting down, or stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a fortress shell? The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years. And grizzled ghouls from every tomb are closing in, seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to spur. For no mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. Ah.
The way y'all did it.
Vincent Price's classic.
Okay, Bill. What do you think about that, Bill? Are we crazy or what?
Oh, I like him too, to a degree, I guess. I haven't heard his voice in a long time.
That's crazy.
I think he had like the best horror voice ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody has a call for the Ghost Box, I feel like we're missing out a lot on the Ghost Box. So the number is 970-335-9596.
Again,
Please.
970-335-9596. Again, 970-335-9596. Please call. Don't be shy because we don't bite. Unless if Tessa uses her veins and bites you. Otherwise, we don't bite.
We don't bite.
No, you gotta do the high tone first. We don't bite.
Yeah, he got pretty close. Good job, Chris.
You've been watching me a little too much. That's what I gotta say with that.
Oh.
Because I'm the one. Because that's what I do with my high tone. I'll be like, "Hi, Tessa."
I actually just remembered I do have a question from Miss Sandra. So let me look at my my picture quest here. So Sandra was asking. She said, I've had past lives with some of the people in this group. Some have passed now. What past lives has I lived with them? When you start asking questions. Thanks. So she's wondering, what has her past life been with us and different members of this group that she feels connected to?
Okay. You want me to ask that on the Ghost Box?
Yeah.
That's for Sandra, right?
Yes, Miss Sandra Heath.
Okay. I have Sandra here on the other side of this phone. She wants to know about past lives with people in a group that she belongs to. What do you know about that?
They are.
Does Sandra have a strong connection to these people?
Ew. We need.
These past life people, do they have a message for her? Sandra, for Sandra. there any message in particular for Sandra right now? Do you have a message for her? What would you like to ask Sandra right now? Do you have anything in particular you'd like to tell Sandra? What else would you like to tell Sandra? Any of the past lives have a message for her? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay. Some interesting stuff coming through there.
What'd you get, Bill?
Yep.
Well, I got a lot of different voices. To be honest with you, when I'm doing a session, I get more into the meditative mode, so I don't always catch the actual meaning of the voices.
Chris?
What did you...
I got James. I swear I heard James. I was like, what? And then I think I got Philip or Felipe, but it's Philip. It's Felipe. It's Spanish. And there was other two names, but they were talking over each other, so I couldn't get that much. But there was like at least 4 names. But I got James stood out to me and Philip. And there was another. I want to say Iris, and then I swear I heard Sandra, like they said Sandra.
Oh wow! I heard Sandra too.
I heard Sarah, and then I thought, okay, what is that about? I didn't know. So that's what I got. I got 4 names. Oh, go ahead, Tess. What did you get?
Oh, I was just noticing there were several messages here, and Sandra was talking about Chris's. But she got a few things on there. Let me look here. I got hi, forgive me. It's just thank you for pre-mail being there. The more they aren't quite. We need color. Anything. Carlos trying. Neither one. Have the one. Also to go the path. It's here. Just weirder. Call out. It's unbelievable. It's alright. Weird. You know. Something weird. The sword. Tessa is something. I'm not gonna. I might say poets. The brain, well, me, feels like hurt coveted. What you wanted, it's sublime, really. Maybe just a a joint or oint. Yeah, and some cheese. Queen was playing. I could hear Queen playing in the background. It's weird, oh, and for no end. Pick off, it's an alarming jingle. Yeah, yeah, Karina's here. And he said, getting religious. And then Sandra said that she heard, we can, frail the most, more, good for her, we are, the path, meet, for her, BC, sad, Tren, show, me, ship, friends, Chris, can I have health? Not gonna say, well, safe, always united. Well, she's gonna be. She won't. Friend. Ha ha ha. There you go. Mirror, puzzle, go in, and information. The mirror thing's interesting to me
Wow.
because he said the soul is like a mirror, but it's fractured, and you have to gather all the pieces and put them back together. That was pretty interesting
Mm-hmm.
to me. But yeah, I totally picked up on Carlos in that one, and I even got his name, so. I swore I heard Sandra too, but I definitely got Kareen, and I'm pretty sure they're
Yeah,
over there
yeah.
on the other side.
I
Did
did
you hear
hear
it too?
that. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, that means quite a bit there when you hear Kareen and Carlos and that, so.
Yeah. And nobody knew his name is Carlos, and he's like, I bet you guys can't guess it, and I did. I'm like, yeah, it's Carlos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're together on the other side. I don't know, I just feel like something big's gonna happen.
Yeah. I think a lot of more stuff is gonna hit the fan when we find out what it is that people are not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see.
That's what it
all.
feels like.
I just think some people are just not prepared.
Right?
Yeah.
And that that is sad though, but that's what I say. They're just not prepared for shit.
What were you saying, Christopher?
It's what it feels like something's going to happen because things are so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And never
Mm-hmm.
experienced a veil this so thin.
Mm-hmm.
I now no longer have trouble contacting my people.
Wow.
Well, that's nice.
Tessa,
I mean,
Yes?
can I do a session just here for the general area where I am? I'm just curious on seeing what will communicate with us there tonight.
Yeah, totally. I was about to ask about that too, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay. Hello. Who would like to talk to us? I'm on a radio show. Do you have something you'd like to tell them? Go to bed, you said? Oh, okay, that's good. Who else is there? I'd like to get a name of somebody.
Fernando. I heard Fernando.
Ooh.
Who went to Fleetwood Elementary a long time ago?
Richard.
Okay. Who was a little girl that got ran over on 88th Avenue in front of the school? You know her name? Anybody have something important to tell me?
Hey.
Who's happy there?
Pedro. One.
I feel someone has a message they'd like to say, but they're hesitant. Why is that? You don't have to fear or whatever. I come in peace, and so do the other people on the radio show. We just want to communicate. Are you truly happy tonight?
Of course.
Who's this?
Older.
You have something you'd like to tell us? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay.
Bill.
That was very interesting.
Got a lot of names. I said them, most of them.
What'd you get, Chris?
Yeah, a lot of voices again.
For sure.
I got like a lot of names. So I got Pedro. I got like all different names. I heard Bill.
And I'm still here.
I heard a lot of different shit. So I was like, wow.
Okay, I'm just looking at these different messages here. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, so I think that was from the last one. Yep, that was Carlos and stuff. Okay, so I got maybe and hey us. Carla, yeah, it's not. We're upset. We're the best. Borneo, window, Richard. It's a struggle. I think it's Bobby or it's Bonnie. Ritual. Tessa isn't up. Yes, he has medium loss. Force seek me and then somebody. Tessa, do you know the one? Aura, it was much fun. Laughing, I'm going. A boy, Floyd, isn't it? Yeah, we are there. It's not a reading, it's different. We can't break. Can you stare? We see you. Yeah, alone. Me, back door, the feather, older, something new, it's hard. Yep, we are high, far new there, breaking fast into the dogma. Why? I don't know, it was really weird.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra got Patrick available. Go to bed. Ronaldo, Bill, Richard, I think. Thunder, Sandra Heath, I think I was there. Awesome. Rosie, give me, and then Catherine. I won, employed, demonstrate instead of golden. And she said she heard her name and I heard my name twice. Did anybody else hear their name? Because that's interesting. I heard my name twice. She heard her name. She heard Bill's.
Well, they're very aware of us, so that's something I would look at on that level of communication.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. So they know we're here communicating in this method through a radio show and then using the ghost box at my end. And we have distance between us all, so it's remotely done.
And it's really amazing how through electronics and through the interweb or whatnot, we're able to connect and things can manifest in different people's houses, which is pretty intriguing. Or you can get messages for
Yes.
different people around the world. It's amazing to me.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
Yep.
Christopher, what did you get?
Christopher, are you there?
Well, he just said he was. No, he's not. But anyways, probably, huh? But no, that's pretty intriguing.
Yep. Like a lot of names.
Awesome. So we are in the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds of our time. Is there anything else we wanted to touch on before we leave the show this evening?
Not on my end, Tess. I'm good. I don't know about Bill.
Yeah, I'm pretty well good too. Just
Actually, I felt bad about your
be
links
Halloween
and stuff.
tomorrow, so I wish everybody a happy Halloween.
Stay over here and be smart and be safe.
Don't
that's for
call
sure. Be
on
safe
the
out there.
candy man. Yeah,
But I
people
would
are worried
say
about.
was,
Go ahead.
I would say for Bill, I think that it would be a good time for them to know how to contact you.
Well, they can contact me through my email, candewey@gmail.com. That's the best way to communicate with me by that method.
Okay.
And you also have a
Sounds
YouTube
good.
channel?
Do you
Well,
know
yes, I
YouTube,
have a
what's your-
YouTube, 2 YouTube channels as well as Autoboom. I have a channel on there, but that's all audio files. So it's like my little library of audio files that I post up on there. So people can go and listen to that. So you'll find a lot of interesting stuff.
Yep. And that pretty much covers that, with Bill. And they can find him at Bill Hauser on Facebook too.
Yep,
and
I'm
then
on
for
social
me,
media as well.
Yep. Yeah. And then they can find me at Chris Garcia. And then you can also reach me at 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Or Garcia187BlueLove@gmail.com.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So are you guys gonna dress up at all for Halloween? Any plans for this Monday?
I don't know. Very good question. I don't know.
Not really. Just take it easy. Probably go out in the afternoon to the mall tomorrow. I plan to do that, so that'll be kind of my Halloween, I guess. So
Yeah, he's gonna buy some.
that's about it.
He's gonna buy some candy for himself. He's gonna cheat.
Yeah. Well, actually, wait till the next day, then you can buy it at almost half the price.
That's right. On sale candy is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something I've done in the past. So a little cheap on that way, but it sure works well.
Yeah, over where we're at, like, even though we're just on the end of a driveway, I guess people get creeped out, so they won't come down here, but I don't think we've ever had a trick-or-treater the last 18 years that we've lived here, and this is going to be the first year in a while that I get to go out with my kids and trick-or-treat, because Halloween's not on the weekend, it's actually on a Monday, so I'm super excited. I'm going to go out with my eldest daughter and my 2 youngest, while my 18-year-old and my husband are going to go to Denver for a concert, the Suicide Boys, and some other bands, some other rap bands. So yeah, she's pretty excited about that. Kenzie's not going. She sold her tickets, but Vern's going to drive Nova up there because she's just had her heart set on it. So they're going to do that for Halloween. They're going to get up there on Halloween. The concert is on the 1st. So Vern said he's going to take Nova trick-or-treating or to a haunted house or something up there in the hood. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I hope they put it on like Facebook Live or something, because I want to see what's going on here. Around here.
The way you say it, that's in the hood.
In the hood.
way you
Hey,
say
it's
it.
all
Today I'll probably
good.
go to the store. I haven't been in a couple months.
Right?
Oh,
Well, on that
the way
note, you
you
guys,
said it.
I just have to say thank you so much, Bill Hauser, and our spiritual host, Psychic Chris Garcia, for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. It's been awesome having you guys on.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
A pleasure. And I want to thank all of our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, KPNL Radio, Twitter, iHeartRadio, and wherever else you may be listening beyond the Omniverse tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening, and I can't wait to do it again next weekend when we go into the paranormal with Mr. Patrick Cross. And then, of course, there's story time with me, TessaTNT. We're going to be reading some more Frankenstein and some more Reddit ghost stories. I think we're going to move on to strange happenings because there's a lot of interesting stories out there. But you guys don't forget, we're all in this together. Together, we can make the world a little better and a little easier on you and me. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. Until next time, nighty night, love and light to all my yous out there. Hope to see you back here at same crazy time, same batty place. Happy Halloween.